Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to see step by step how you can create a landing page in WayMore platform. Once you have logged in, you have two options. You can either go to lead generation and select landing page builder, or you can go on the bottom left of your screen again from the app menu and select landing pages. It's absolutely the same. So let's see. Once you're in, you have the option to select from the predefined templates that already exist or any draft ones that you have not yet completed. In Quick Start, you can see a few templates that already exist in this demo account for advertising, business, so we have some templates per industry. I'm going to show you both cases and how you can use a specific one and edit a specific template and of course build something from scratch. So let's go and create a new one. You have the option to select a layout. We'll go for the simple one. You can name it. Let's go for test, landing page, any tags if you want to have, or any descriptions. So start building. Okay, this is our landing page builder. You can see that it's very easy to use, very fast, even for people that don't have the experience in editing. So we're going to split our screen in three columns, from the left to the middle and to the right, and we're going to explain everything. So let's start from the left. We have three tabs: blocks, modules, and WayMore. And for someone that has an idea about how to build a page out of scratch, this can be very helpful because in the blocks we have some groups of elements. So we have the basic ones. You can create a new section just simply by drag and dropping something. Once you have selected something, you can move it around, duplicate, delete it. We're going to see this special mouse symbol with drag mode in a few moments, or you're going to save it, and also we're going to see this in a while. You can add a divide section with two different elements here, either a text or a single image, and icons, paragraphs, videos, big heading, and buttons. So you can play around, you can add whatever you want from the elements here, and we're going to see also the editing side, so you're going to see that it's very easy. Let me clean my canvas. So as you saw, if you go here up in the small bin, you can clear your canvas and have nothing. So we saw a few basic things. If you go to navigation, you can add tabs, so someone can have different options in your landing page, or a slider that they will move around and change pictures, grid items, or navigation bars like the home, about, contact information, etc. I will clear them again. Forms, if you have already existing forms inside WayMore platform, you can use them and you can directly connect them to your landing page. And of course, by just simply drag and dropping something, this is what happens. So now I can do whatever I want with the checkboxes, the radio, with everything. So this is the form. Of course, in this time we should say that if you want to edit something inside your middle area in your canvas, in your edit mode, when you double click a specific element here, you can do the basic changing in settings like the font, the size, if it's going to be bold or anything, or it's going to have a hyperlink. And whenever you select something, by default, on your right side, depending on the other settings itself that we can see in a few moments, always the quick settings are enabled and have to do only with a specific item that you are selecting. So in case you don't want to navigate through styles and settings, that we're going to see that you have lots of options. By default, the quick settings are appearing here and you can edit whatever you want. So you can go here to the text and type another text and change the coloring or the size or anything. Let me clear my canvas again and let's see a few other elements from here. We saw navigation, we saw forms. Let's go to sections. So for someone that has an idea about building a landing page, you can have one column that you can add again the same way of thinking, whatever you want. You can have two, specific two with different sizing, 3/7 or 3, everything about 4.8 or a 3.9. As you already see, I can take something or drag and drop even here in this area, and I can modify whatever I want. We have some extras. You can add a map, or you can add a tooltip or a countdown in your landing page and set it. So let's say, for example, that your home page is not ready yet, so you can create a landing page with a countdown, so everybody will be anticipating for your site. You can have a text selection. Again, as we said, double click. I can edit whatever I want, change the size, the lettering, and of course, by default here, the quick settings are coming for alignment or font, weight, color, height, etc. Let's say a few things now about, we have also the social one, the last one. There are two options in social follow, and these are some options, yeah, that you can have and link your social media profiles. You can change that from color, gray, white, or transparent, and of course by clicking here, as we said, you can edit whatever you want. Let me clear my canvas again. And let's go to the case that, okay, you're not a regular user, so you don't know exactly how a landing page should be, what to have in the start, what to have on the upper part, in the middle, or at the bottom of your page. So we have another option here from blocks that you can start and create something out of scratch, the modules. If you go here, you're going to see that there are some sections that gives you an idea about how and what elements should your landing page have. So from here, you can have a header. This is the upper part, usually, of a page. And you can see that there are some options, and we can give you some ideas about how it should be. Again, in the same way of thinking, whenever you're clicking something, you have their immediate settings again. And of course, you can edit and change whatever you want. From headers, we can go to content. After this part of your landing page, something like this maybe should follow with the main part of adding products or saying the reason of the existence of the landing page. And again, in the same way of thinking, you can edit whatever you want to the specific part. And of course, from here, the quick settings are enabled and you can edit with more options the specific part of your page. From content, we can go to banners. You can drag and drop again the same way of thinking a specific banner that exists, or you can have it have already created. We're going to discuss about that because whatever you're building, you can save it and use it for the future. So out of the banners, then we should have something at the bottom of our page like the contact information or follow us on social media or maybe a map with your exact location of your company or your shops or whatever suits your case. Uh, Usually these are coming at the bottom of a page, and of course we have a section with products to give you an idea about something, how it should appear in a landing page, or of course you can use it as a template and add your own pictures, your own text, your own prices, etc. So let's go now a little bit deeper in how to build and what all these settings are doing, because I understand that not everyone is a designer. So let me clean again my canvas. From here, from the left column, we left the third tab with WayMore, and now we'll show you that if you already have some forms or pre-existing templates in your platform, you can link them and, of course, use them at any time for your usage in your landing page. So if you have, let's say, products or any forms that you have created, or even if you're using WayMore Calendar for booking appointment options, you can use that. You can synchronize your calendar ID, and someone can go at your landing page, click to book an appointment, see an available calendar, and of course speak the time and the day to get in touch with you or with your company. So these are the three tabs that we can see on the left column. And let's say again some basic things. Let's say that I want to add a background image. Once you select to add an image, you have two options. You can either use a specific URL if you have find an online image, or you can drag and drop something that comes from your PC. So let's say that I want to add this folder, I will select everything. Everything will be imported in my option here, as you can see. And of course, then I can choose something and automatically it will be here. Another option that you have, in case you want to add a background image, is to search for free image. And this is something that it's powered by Unsplash. So you want to type something and there's a search inside the web. So let's go for an Audi. And as you see, with no time, I have all the options of the Audi supercar and came here. So let's go again. Let's find a hotel. Nice background image with a hotel. So again, you have the option in case you don't have material to search for free images, and Unsplash will help you and give you the results of your selection. So these are happening from the left side of our builder, and you have unlimited options in order to create out something out of scratch. Let me clean my canvas. And let's move on to the middle section that comes here, and this is the edit area. And of course, we have some options here. So what is happening here? Let me again go back. And now I'm going to use an existing template. So I'm going to show you a few things of what is happening in case you're creating something and you have reached a specific point. So let's see the rest of the options. From the first one here, you can show the borders. If you click that, you can hide or unhide the borders of every element in your page. And that shows you a better idea of how it looks like. And of course, with the borders, you can select or deselect something to edit or move or whatever is your choice. Now, whenever you're selecting something, you're going to see that with double click, as we already said, you can edit the specific section, and of course the quick settings are coming here. Now, if you see here, there's a small arrow that says select parent component. So let's say that I want to save this box as a template and use it for the future. So first of all, I need to go here and select the parent component because this is linked to something. And now that I selected the parent, everything in this square is selected. And now this option is enabled that says save as a custom module. So now I have the opportunity that I created something, I can save it as a custom module, and then I can find it from the left section and use it again and again for the future. I can have a name, a description, this is the HTML, and of course, this is going to be saved to the ready templates. And I can add it as it is, as you can see it here, the whole square, to use it again and again in the future. Let's go to the next one. That's of course the full screen sign that everybody knows. So it gives you a better handling of the builder and a better view. And now we go to the drag mode. The pointer with a plus, this is something that makes something special actually. You can make a change in a specific element, and you can use it either for one element or for the entire page. So give me a moment because I want to show you also the other options that we are here, the different devices. Now we are editing and we see the view in a PC. This is the tablet edit mode, and this is a mobile edit mode. Okay, you see that the page remains the same and the size changes, and of course the small options here like the home, about, so times, and contact becomes like a burger menu. You can select it and then you can see whatever you want. Let's say that you want to change something, but not in every view, only in the mobile view. So the view show times, you want to move it up in the top because you believe that in the mobile view shows better. So what can you do? Either you can select a specific one and enable the drag mode from here and move it on the top, and then again, let me do that again, move it up here, and either you can do it, you can enable it from here, do your change, and then disable it again. So what did I do now? Let's see if the other edit views have changed. No. So as you can see, when you enable the drag mode and you make a different setting or you change something, it changes only to the specific element that you want. So it doesn't affect the rest of the page. So here the show times are on the bottom, in the tablet mode are on the bottom, but in the mobile I brought it up here because I believe it's the best thing to do. Again, you can enable that and you can work in whatever element you want, in whatever edit view you want, and then you can unselect it. Then we have the personal note. This is something that is for helping more than one user that they are using the platform and they're they are doing the same things or they're working on the same project. So either you can leave a personal note to yourself, like a reminder, or after that I need to do this, or check other colors in this button, or whatever. Or you can also leave a note, please check background, and add it for every user to see it and have a small communication over the builder in case more than one people or just to yourself you want to leave a personal note. As we already discussed, this is the edit mode and we can see the different devices. But of course, if you want to have a preview of your landing page, you can select the preview and this is how it looks like in the PC, in the tablet, and in the mobile phone. And as you can see also the change that we made with show times. Anytime you want, you can go back to the edit mode, and here we are again in the part that we can edit whatever we want with our landing page. We saw the double click of editing. We said that if you want to save something, you need to find the parent component and then click on Save as Custom Module. Now let's see some basic settings and styles. In the right column, we're going to split this column in half in the upper part and the lower part. Let's go the other way around. The lower part with all those titles, general, dimension, typography, decorations, extra, and flex are the same and common settings for every section, column, or element that you are selecting. The upper part are the unique settings of each element that you're selecting. So if I select the bigger one, I have these settings. If I go to the next one, I have these settings. Even if I go to the specific button, I have different unique settings. So let's see, I will select this text. As we said, by default, whenever you're selecting a specific element, the quick settings are coming up so you can have easier editing. And let's go and see in general what those categories have and what can you edit. From the quick settings, of course, you can change the alignment of the text from the right side to the center, on the left, or the different font. Let's say I will go for Roboto or Verdana again, or the size, I can do that smaller, or of course bigger or as it was. You can change the weight of your lettering from normal to do that ultra bold, extra bold, and play and see what is preferable for you and your landing page, or you can even change the spacing between letters and I will do that 3 pixels and see what happens with my lettering. Of course, you can change the color of your lettering or have a small fade in or fade out selection. The line weight, if I do that 50, of course, the height of my line is going to be bigger. And you can have a text decoration from nothing to underline or erasing a specific message. You can have a text shadow. You can select between the vertical and the horizontal position and the color of your shadowing in your text, and then we can proceed with the rest of the settings. In general settings, of course, we're going to see them also in a few minutes in a combination with different other features. I will select this bigger section so it will be easier for you to see what happens. If I go to block, the display is going to change from inline and again to flex, has to do with the display and the position. This is a specific section that we have selected to be static, but if I go, let's say, for example, to sticky, if I go to fixed, this will change and will be in the same position whenever I scroll my web page, my landing page. In dimension, we have, of course, the height and the margins and the paddings. When we say margins, we mean the external bordering, and padding, we mean the internal one. So what does that mean? Again, in the specific section that we have selected, if I go to 100, of course, my height will change. Or if you see the margins here, I will go to 10, and something happened on the upper part, on the right 10, on the bottom 10. Everything is getting narrow. You see, these are the margins that we have externally. Let's go back to 0. Of course, it will change again, again, and again. In the padding section, if I do the same thing in padding and I will use 15 pixels, you're going to see the internal bordering that is coming for the specific section. So everything is going 50 pixels from the internal side, not from the external one. From the typography section, of course, we have the font size as we already mentioned, and the height, and of course the alignment, the same things that were coming in quick settings. Then we have decorations. Here in the specific section, you can change the transparency or the opacity of something. You can change the border radius. So in pixel, if I select 5, you're going to see that my ankles are coming curved. So if I go to 50, sorry about that, you're going to see that the bordering is going to change, of course, and the background color, in the same way of thinking, I can do whatever I want and select something as a background color. From the decoration, sorry, we were here. Of course, you can change again the border width, again in pixels. If I do 10, see what happens. The width of my border is changing, or the border style can be dotted, or let me do that 20. Now you will see the different sections of bordering, and the color will be easier for you. Okay, so now you can do whatever you want with the styles of the border. Again, you can have one color on one specific style. In the same way of thinking that we had the text shadow, we can have the box shadow. So here you can choose the vertical or the horizontal position and the color. I will go to green. Let's say, for example, I will do that 10. And again, this one 10. And this is going to be green. So again, this is a box shadow and look like 3D when you're editing again something. After the specific section of decorations, we have the extras. Here we have some animation and moving settings, let's say. The transformation and rotation of the specific element. If I go that 20 degrees, of course, it will change. In the same way of thinking, I can turn something horizontally or vertically. Let me go a little bit back. I don't want to confuse you with the different settings that I'm making, so I want you to see what we are changing actually. And we are going now from the extras to the flex. Give me a moment in order to explain everything, and it will make sense in a moment. So we said that all those settings are in common for every element that you are selecting. So what happens with the upper part? In the upper part, depending on what you're selecting, you have different options. If I select the outer section here, I have the option to this one to be boxed. So if I click that, I cannot exceed my margins from here. And if I uncheck this setting, now I'm in full width. If I go to the specific column, the next one, and change the column width to 50, of course, my column will become half. If I go again to 100, this will come back. What happens if I select my button here? And now we're going to see also, oh, let me show you the flex one. In this section, I will go to General. The display is flex, as we already seen, so the flex settings are enabled. So whatever belongs inside the specific section, I can change their direction one way or the opposite one, or a mirror match, or different alignment from the center to the side, or with different order. So again, this is becoming enabled through general settings, and then you can go to flex and change the entire appearance of this specific element or section that you have already clicked. So let's go here back to this one, and we can do whatever we want. Now, what happens if I click to my button? Of course, I have the option to add a specific URL, so my visitors will be directed somewhere else. But let's see something else. I have here in classes the state. So this is my button and this is the state. So if I go to hover, for example, and now I can go to quick settings and change the background color to, let's say, blue here, and I will change my lettering to extra bold, and I will have a text shadow on the horizontal and the vertical position, and it's going to be red. Okay, so let's go back to state. This is my button normally, and this is what happens when I hover over my button. So it's going to be a very friendly and nice call to action button for your visitors. Again, depending on what you're selecting, your settings are unique in this upper part. And let's go back. Let's now continue with the layers. What are the layers? Imagine something like the tree of your landing page. Everything is in order after you add something click by click. And of course, by clicking the tree, you can see what happens in order. Let's say that the body has 12 elements, and these are the ones. We have in order one specific box that inside has another box that contains a link, the burger menu, and an image. So what can we do from here? First of all, you can hide or unhide something, so it will be easier for you to work on a specific element, and you don't want to get distracted but all from all those settings and styles that you have added. Too many people are also changing the name of a specific layer, so it will be easier for them to work on it. So I can go to text and rename it, and let's say this one is going to be the view one, or this text goes straight to my other buttons, and I can change whatever I want. Also this, with the layers you can change the order by drag and drop something here and change the order, of course. So these are the layers, and now let's see and let's proceed with the rest of the settings. Now let's talk about the basic settings. This has to do all with the editor. So now we're going to go in the top row up here, and we're going to start with the page settings. So once you're in here, you can have all the different options about your landing page, like the page name, any tags that describe your page or the interior. You can have a page description again and categories for when someone searches about something, and the results should come in those categories. You have two options. You can change the icon that appears on your browser tab whenever someone is in your landing page, like here, or the image that will be displayed as an icon when your page is saved on the smartphone home screen. So again, you can upload your own pictures, you can select whatever you want, and when someone either saves your page or open it in a browser, they have a different option of your icons. Secondary, from the page settings, we have the appearance. Of course, you can change the header font or the paragraph or the spacing. And where you are using a free edition of the platform, a WayMore watermark will be appearing on the bottom left of your page. But if you upgrade to a paid version, you will have the option to remove this and nothing will be appearing. Then we have the domain options. When you create your page and it is going to be published, you have either two options. You can allow the page to be indexed by search engines, or you can select this one in case you want to be private. Also, when you have the free version of the platform, the URL that is going to be generated for your landing page is going to be a random one, and it's going to have something like random characters through WayMore platform. When you upgrade again to a paid version, you can click this and use your domain your custom domain name. So your landing page will be your brand name or your logo or whatever you want to select. Then we move to SEO, the search engine optimization. From here, you can set a title that the visitors can expect from your web page or a specific category that describes your landing page, and of course, the meta description. This is a small description that the search engines show in search results, but they don't contain actually the main body of your page. So it's a small description with keywords that has to do with the page. So this is very crucial for optimizing paid SEO. Then we have the social tab. Again, you can have a social title or even a social image. This is going to be a different image that appears in social media platforms. And again, this can differ from the main body of your landing page. You can set whatever you want. You can have a type, and of course, social descriptions, because the social meta tags are elements in your HTML that boost social exposure, increase social media traffic, and of course improve click-through rate. So again, you can have a social description that will be appearing in search engines. Last but not least, we have the tracking, and in case you are using any other components or features like Google Analytics, you can use your Google Analytics ID and measure your advertising ROI, as well as track your Flash and video network sites and applications. If you have Google Tag Manager, again, in the same way of thinking, lets you manage various JavaScript tracking codes, as also known as tags, and you can add here your code. If you're using Facebook Pixel, that is an analytic tool that measures the effectiveness of your ads by understanding what users are doing on your site, you can add your ID and everything will be synchronized. And last but not least, Hotjar, that assigns a visitor a unique identifier ID within recordings. So when they visit your website, allowing you to find recordings from a specific user. So if you have it, you can add your ID, and again, as we said, everything will be synchronized. These are the settings. You can, of course, see and view the code of your landing page in case you know coding, and HTML and CSS in case you want to edit something. We have the import button, very useful again for those that they are coding, and you can save your code or import from files. So in case you have something ready with your code, you can add it from here. And as we have already discussed, the small bin is to clean everything from your canvas and start over. Last but not least, you have to save your project before you publish it. Once you do that, and all the settings are ready, you will be ready to enjoy, you and your customers, your landing page. So once you have finished, now you're ready to save and publish your landing page. Okay, you have a small preview, and this is what we have created. Thank you for watching this video.